I'm Mindy Indy, and I'm at New York Comic Con. I'm an independent cartoonist, and I do many things. I do sketches. These are in progress still. You can choose from pencil, ink, or color, and different sizes too. This is one I finished too. So yeah, but I also have my other short stories, my little mini comics here. They're all written and drawn by me, and I have this book, a collection of my web comics. And yeah, this is my portfolio. A lot of times people like when I put their head on their favorite characters. Yeah. So.
How did you get into the whole cartoon, drawing and everything? Was it something that you always loved as a child, or?
Yeah, I was drawing Sonic as a kid, and I'm still drawing Sonic. That says something. I mean, maybe there was a little bit of a hiatus when I didn't draw Sonic as much. But I'm drawing it again, and I'm drawing Sailor Moon again too, because Sailor Moon is coming back. Yeah.
There's a panel today.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So it's cool to have things come back and come full circle, and things that I drew way back when. Like I drew My Little Ponies back in the day. I mean, they're a bit different now, but they're in a different incarnation. But anyway, yeah. When I was little, I've just always loved to draw. Since I could hold a pencil, and just continued. Most people stop drawing at some point, but I just never stopped, so.
That's good. So, who's your inspiration, and what do you continue drawing? Is there a moment that you think about, well, why am I doing this?
Well, when I was in middle school and high school, I was really influenced by Rumiko Takahashi. She was my favorite cartoonist. She created Ram and a Half and Inuyasha, and I loved her sense of humor, and it was just, yeah, she seemed awesome. She was my role model for a long time. I don't know what she's doing nowadays, because I really haven't watched anime or read manga all that much, because I am creating my own stuff, but I should always make time to keep up on things. But anyway, other influences, it's hard to think of things because I had 3 hours of sleep because I was still doing commissions. I don't think of other people when I draw. I just draw because I like to draw. I know. That's what keeps me going, because I don't want to be anything else other than a cartoonist. There wasn't really a plan B. It was always yeah, I'm going to be an artist one way or another. I did graphic design for a while. I designed these spiffy flyers. Woo! Yeah, so I spent a lot of time doing that, but people are like, oh, they're colorful and it's organized, and yeah, as a cartoonist, that's important. It's good to have many different kinds of art skills.
How did you get involved in the whole Comic-Con exhibits and experiences and everything?
Yeah, so Comic-Con, Comic-Cons in general, or this one?
Well, general and then this one.
Yes. My first okay. I have always liked to attend Comic-Cons and get cool stuff, for a while, and 4 years ago or 3 years ago or something, I was like, I'm tired of just going, I need to be on the other side of the table and start exhibiting. And I really felt that very strongly after I went to Mocha Fest one year. And then 2 weeks later, I signed up for, I signed up for the Bronx Heroes Comic-Con, shortly after, and I was in it in 2 weeks. That's a small convention. And so I started doing smaller ones first. And I think because I had the credit of coloring for Deadpool Max as Kyle Baker's assistant, I think that kind of helped give me that little push into getting accepted to New York Comic Con, because this is a much harder one to get into. You can only get in here, well, well, I shouldn't say only, because there's a lot of indie creators here too, but usually having other industry work that helps a lot. So yeah, and then yeah, I've done other things to other works, like weekly comic for the Dysautonomia Foundation. And I get more and more stuff each year, like Power Rangers. I color the Power Rangers books, some of them, not all of them. I colored this one, and one that's going to be out in November, so it's very soon. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. So this one.
So how did you get involved in the Power Ranger coloring and drawing?
Mainly through connections that I made through the Museum of Comic and Cartoon Art when they still had their own space. Now they've been absorbed by the Society of Illustrators, which is still cool.
Where's that located?
That is near Lexington Avenue.
Okay, so it's in the city. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the city. Yeah, so I'm really fortunate to have, because I used to volunteer there, and then I was teaching there, and it's through basically it's going to events and meeting people and being out there, networking and all that stuff, having business cards, having a website.
I know for this con there'll be a Tommy who played the Green Ranger in the cartoon or like the TV show is here. So.
Yes, I heard she's been doing a lot of conventions.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
One of our friends met him on Thursday and got his autograph now. So I was thinking of you with the Power Rangers.
Yes, it's very exciting. Yeah, I did my first signing this morning. I was very, very excited. I was,
he asked me, did you get here?
it was right in the morning, and I was sketching, like if someone bought a book, or just on the sheets of paper, just for free, I was there for an hour at the booth, and yeah, it's nice. So.
Is there any website that people can look at your work or contact you at? Or?
Yes, it's MindyIndy.com. So if you, where is it? It's a little bit small here. Maybe it's not going to focus. And you can also email me at mindy@mindyindy.com. That one's a bit bigger there. Yes.
So how is this is your first Comic-Con as an exhibitor? Like having your own booth?
Oh no, this is my third one.
Oh, is it for New York?
Yeah, the third New York Comic-Con.
Okay.
Yes, and it's great. 3 years in a row. I've managed to squeak by, and I get rejected at first each time, every time. But then somebody drops out every time. So and this year there were there's 300 people on the wait list. So I don't know, either did people die? I don't know. What happened?
You got lucky.
I got lucky once again. So hopefully. It'll happen. Or I don't know, maybe they just tell people that. I don't know.
So, I was just looking at this book.
Yeah.
The Mindy Daily Misfortune.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about this, because this is very interesting.
Ooh, I'm glad that you like it. Yes, you think it's interesting. So, the Daily Misfortune is a daily webcomic. Well, it's supposed to be daily. Sometimes I do it weekly when I get busy.
Okay.
But it is based on my misfortune cookie little mini comic, and it's one panel taken from there. Oops. And all I do with this comic is I change the misfortune on the inside. And then I post it online, and it works. I mean, people like it. It's the same thing. It is the easiest webcomic ever because I don't have to do any artwork for it. But even sometimes it's hard changing. It's hard to think of new things. Usually when bad things happen to me, it's I moved to a 6th floor walk-up. And there's a whole slew of ones right there. So, I mean...
Did you always like the fortune and the fortune cookies? Is that how you got the idea for it? Or just decided to do a twist on it or something?
Well, this happens in the... So in this comic, it happens where this guy gets fortune, the misfortune. And so then I was I want to do some kind of webcomic.
Okay.
And I have more ideas that would be funny as misfortunes. So let's do this for a while and see how it goes. And I have over 380 of them now, you know, and it, over time, yeah, it's like, you know what, at one point I was putting color to them. That was when business was really slow. But, you know, sometimes I do different things with it. Like, you know, for example, all of these have the same word balloon, but then I was like, well, I could utilize that word balloon better. And so the current ones have him saying something that goes along with this. And, yeah.
So it's almost like quotes of the day, but like a misfortune.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it's like, I'm a very positive person. It's kind of like putting a funny spin on bad things. Like some people see the misfortune cookie, they're like, oh my god, I have enough misfortunes. Like I'm so like they're freaked out by it, which I'm like, whoa, okay, like chill out. But that's why I came up with this, the lucky penny, to combat the misfortune cookie. It's so that if people are scared, they can get the lucky penny, and then they'll have good luck. Yeah.
Good to know. So can you give us your website again and Twitter if you have one, and Facebook?
Yes. So website Mindy. It's like this. It's with a Y instead of an IE. Mindy with a Y. Mindy Indy. .com. I have to think. It's like 3 hours of sleep. It's like the thinking takes like 3 more beats than it should. And then email is mindy@mindyindy.com. Twitter is now pay attention, because it's Mindy_Indy, because somebody else took the Mindy Indy one, and it's frustrating because they didn't even use it. It's like a blank page. And I'm like, really? Like, I need to be using that. Anyway, it has an underscore in the middle for the Twitter. And Facebook, just when you do the search thing, just search for Mindy Indy, because for some reason I got mine before you could get a custom name for it, so it has a bunch of weird numbers and I don't know what, but just search for Mindy Indy on Facebook and Tumblr and Google Plus. I'm even on Google Plus. So, and what else? Yeah, that's all I have too many social medias, I can't keep track. People always want me to join Instagram and all this other stuff, and I'm like, I can't keep track of everything. It's hard. I want this to be a positive interview though.